Okay, what I'm doing here is I have a sheet of 12 by 12 paper. I've already added the 1/4 of an inch tape onto the edge of my paper, which I'm going to adhere another page onto that so that I am able to wrap the cover around my chipboard. What I'm going to do now is add a 1/2 inch, create a score mark, or actually let's scratch that. Let's do 1 inch. So I'm going to do 1 inch. This is going to be my guide point as to where I'm going to lean my cover up against so that I have some kind of guideline for myself. And then 1 inch from the bottom, if you will. So we're going to disregard this top line. And let me just show you what I do to get rid of a line is I kind of just go over the line and kind of backwards, and it kind of erases it a little bit so it's not as pronounced as this one. So this is 1 sheet, and being that the 2 sheets are too large to put on my scoreboard, I'm going to do the same thing along the bottom edge of this. I'm not going to do it to the other end because I'm going to use the left margin or the left part of my paper as my my guide. So it's going to look like this when it's connected. Okay. And so, as I put this away, I'm going to show you how I connect these 2 pages here. And I'm just literally going to put this on top of here, and that'll be it. Because I'm not going to have enough with 1 page to cover both my chipboard pieces and my spine. So I'm just going to line these up at the bottom. And this will be it for me as far as this part is concerned. And I just gonna go up against the edges of my my adhesive and my score mark so that the tape runs along. And I have this here. So now this is my cover. Now I have my chipboard pieces that I've pre-cut, and I've pre-assembled my adhesive on the back. You want to make sure that your spine isn't on the crease. You want to make sure that it's in the center of it, but not edge to edge, because you don't want to create a fold there. So I'm going to put this, let me align my, just so you have an idea. So this is going to look like this, and then this is going to look like this, and then this is going to look like this. So this is going to be just fine, because as long as this connecting piece is not at the edge of my spine, I'm good. And I'm going to connect it like this. And for time's sake, I'm going to pause the video here and do another video in just a moment. Okay, for time purposes sake, I went ahead and removed the tape backing from the whole border. You don't have to, but I've been doing this for a little while, so I trust myself. And I took off the bottom portion. I like working the top and the bottom first and then work my way through the sides. Now, you saw me in the previous video already crease my chipboard, my cardstock. And so now I'm just gonna fold over. And I like to start from the center. I don't know why, I just do. And then press down all the way down. Okay. And then I'm going to burnish this here. Okay. Burnish in here, burnish in here, burnish here. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to remove the tape backing off here and go ahead and fold over. Make sure it's folded over, and then go down. Burnishing is important, but you don't want to tear your paper, so you need to be careful when you're doing this. You don't have to dig in. Just let the bone folder or your hands just kind of work its way through the crease lines, okay? Now, this is the part where I get questions as far as my corners are concerned. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tape backing off this side here. And before I fold this closed, I like to tuck my corners in, you know, sort of like when you gift wrap, you fold the corners in before you push the flap over. Same thing here. I'm gonna do, let me turn it over this way so I can see better. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fold this in. Okay, so you should get something that looks like that. I know it's kind of hard to see, but you can see the fold right here. That's what you want. Fold it in, fold the bottom, the opposite corner in, and then now I am going to fold and press. And this will give you beautiful corners without having to trim anything. And that's what that looks like. Nicely folded, nice crease, nice corners, pointy corners.